it's Elizabeth from the Toy Hoarder. Today I have with me the 1996 Bendable Woody and the 2020 Toy Story 4 Bendable Woody. The 96 toy came in a line with Buzz, Woody, and Mr. Potato Head. And now I do have other videos that are similar that I'll link in the description below. I've got a comparison video between the 1996 and 2020 Buzz Lightyears, as well as a video of the unboxing and review of both the 96 Buzz and Woody Bendable toys. And then I'll show you all the details that are in here. This is a huge height difference, you guys. The 96 version is basically a head taller than the other Woody. And as far as face sizes, their faces are closer to the same size than the Buzz one. Their shirts have very different. The 2020 version has a more orange color, a more orangish yellow color, which is, I think, more movie accurate, and the plaid pattern is also a lot smaller. It's just probably also more movie accurate. What's interesting too is the 2021 does have the pull string painted in, which is kind of nice. His belt is actually all one piece with his clothing, but he does have the holster, and the holster does have the extra designs on it. Oh, there we go. So you can see it's embroidered on here, whereas the 96 version just has a holster. However, his belt is a separate piece on this one. The vest is stitched on along both of Woody's sides on the 2020, whereas this vest is actually removable. As far as the sheriff's badge, I think I like the color better on the 2020 sheriff's badge. It's brighter gold and a lot easier to see. This one is kind of fading away pretty badly, and it's real hard to read, and honestly a little bit hard to notice if you don't know that you're looking for it. I mean, I know the Woody character well enough to have looked if it had the badge, but from a distance it's really not very easy to tell. As far as their bandanas, I like the 96 bandana better. It's got a lot more detail and it's better detail. It's also a thicker bandana. This one just is a sort of a band that was around him, whereas this one actually has the triangular piece. Both have the knot in the back. However, you can see it's just white on the back of this fabric here, whereas this one is, the fabric design is printed on both sides. So this was made of nicer materials, honestly, than all of this toy. As far as the feel of them, this guy is of a thicker, more textured material fabric all over. It's overall fairly nice. Now the boots, hands, and face are softer, but still slightly more textured than the rest of his body for the 2021. I mean, it's soft, they're plush toys, but it's not as textured as the other one. It's slightly fuzzier, I guess. And the bendy pieces in him are a lot easier to bend. They're real thin wires and they bend super, super easy, whereas on this guy, it's a little bit more of a struggle here as I'm bending him. He's got a lot thicker of wires inside. The bowl design is a lot more detailed on this belt buckle than it is on his other belt buckle, but it is easier to see on this belt buckle. The buttons, I actually do like this. The buttons on this Toy Story 4 Woody are all embroidered in, which is super nice detailing. And I love that we have these shiny spurs on the back of his boot. He sort of has a piece where the spur. This Woody's hands and face are super, super soft and nice for cuddling. That is not as nice of a material. I don't really like the material that the hat is made out of, but it's not a super huge deal because you don't super cuddle with that part. I wish they had made this soft of fabric on the whole thing of it though, because it would have been really nice, but it's really just his hands and his face. Sadly not the boots, so the boots are made of a slightly different material, and there's printed designs, like this is sort of painted or printed on here, and then the cactus is painted in as well, so more detail on the boot. We didn't have any of the cactus design on the boots, however we did have this separate material piece for this piece that holds the spur. I don't know enough about cowboy terms, sorry you guys. It's interesting though that both of them have back pockets that are separate pieces of material in here. A little smaller on the 2021, but I think that's super cute that that detail was added. There's little stitching on the knees and elbow joints because he was a ragdoll for the 96 version. However, that is not the case on this Woody. It's all just solid arms and legs for him. So I'm a little sad that they left that out on this version. His face, the difference between a lot of years here, so this was more of the style in 1996 than the 2020 version. I am sad though that the hat is not removable. This is stitched all the way in, and it's not even just stitched with a couple stitches and I can kind of cut a few. It is all the way around stitched, whereas this hat comes off and is super cool. Also, the stitching around the hat is actually stitched in. There's actually thread stitched around this hat to make it look like the stitching. Whereas for this, it's lines that are printed to see the stitching. Try to show it close enough up that you can see it. Sort of wavy lines in here that make this stitching pattern. So super cheapy. It's also kind of odd because it looks like green stitching along the edges, and I don't know why, but I don't like it at all. It should not be dark green. It's supposed to be black and white. There was like a black and white twisted cord that went around the edges. I know this very well because I helped a friend make a Woody cosplay, so we were very intensively looking at the details. I do like the bigger doll better, I think, but he's definitely heavier too. If there's anything I missed that you guys noticed that was different between these two, definitely put it down in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think of both of these guys and which one you like better. As always, like, subscribe, and share your favorite videos, and check out the other videos on my channel. There might be something that is super useful for you. Also linked in the description are some similar videos, so be sure to check those out. And until next time, have a great time playing. Bye.